YouTube, what's going on? Your boy T Davis is back, professional Madden player T Davis, and we had huge news today in the March 10th title update for Madden 22. They added coaching adjustments to practice mode. And guys, this is absolutely huge. If you're a beginner or you're, kind of in that middle range trying to get better, practice mode is your best friend. And the fact they added coaching adjustments now to it is huge because now you guys can lab and practice all different things that are important in coaching adjustments. And ever since coaching adjustments were added to Madden, they are absolutely crucial. We're going to talk about it here. Before we do, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel here on YouTube for the best pro Madden player content. Also do some daily fantasy investing type of content on the channel here. So smash that subscribe button. Smash the like button on this video as well. Let's try to get this to at least 20, 30 likes, maybe even more. Helps me out in the algorithm so much. Comment down below too. Any questions you guys might have about coaching adjustments or labbing or practice mode in general, let me know in the comments down below. So we'll make this video kind of quick. We're just going to talk about the coaching adjustments. It's just so cool that they did add this. It's a little bit overdue. We've been waiting for this. But now, because most of the good defenses, especially, and obviously you can try out some things on offense as well, but most of the defensive adjustments you do with coaching adjustments are critical in Madden 22 if you want to be a great defensive player. And obviously we know defense is already tough to begin with, but when you can add in, that the popular double Mabel defense, which I broke down on my channel, where you have the 5 curl flats and the 30 flats, or sometimes you even go vice versa, right? You can go 30 curl flats, 5 flats. It really creates so many different things you can do on defense with your zones. I don't really mess with hooks too much, but obviously those are important. We have these other options like strip ball, tackling. Option defense, I put on conservative a lot if I play a guy that runs the option or runs with the quarterback a lot. Don't really mess with cornerback matchups. You can go by speed sometimes. Ball in air defense, don't use too much. Some people go with play ball so that they play a little bit more aggressive in the air. Auto alignment, I usually don't mess with. At one point in the year, I was putting it on base, but now I just go default. I usually do keep auto flip on to keep everything kind of aligned. Those are the adjustments I usually make. So I usually go on, default, or balance, option defense, conservative. Tackling, I keep balanced. And then with the zone drops, depends on the defense you want to run, right? So if you want to run a match coverage, you always have to have it on default. But I like to run a lot of the double Mabel, right? So I go to nickel 3-3-5 wide. If I can find it, I'll run the popular defense we've talked about on the channel. We won't get into the exact defensive setups. You guys know how good the double Mabel is. But just go into practice mode, mess around with some of these things, right? Curl flats on 5, flats on 30. Now, when you go into a play call, right, we'll go out in the Tampa 2. I'll go random play here. Obviously, you guys know that we have these cloud flats to the outside, right? They're at 30 yards, right? So now knowing that in practice mode, we can try out some different things, right? We know that our curl flats, we don't have any on this play, would be at 5 yards. So we can add in a couple of curl flats here. I'm going to put both outside linebackers on curl flats. And now we create that double Mabel defense look. So we have our outside linebackers playing at 5 yards underneath. And we have our flats, our cloud flats on the outside, the light blues, playing back at 30 yards. So we know that our sidelines are pretty much completely covered. So it's my responsibility now as the user to go ahead and guard this middle of the field, right? So many different things we can do. Now, if you wanted this hook to play at a certain spot, if I can get to him, this hook right here, if you want him to play underneath, maybe you want him to play 0 to 5 yards, tight on the line, you'd put that hook in your coaching adjustments to 0 yards, right? Maybe you want him to play back at about 10 to 15 yards, play right in this middle area, maybe guard some slant routes or some curls to that side. You'd put your hook at about 10 yards, as you can do here in the coaching adjustments, right? So you just want to kind of practice, mess around with this stuff. That's what we call labbing, right? You always want to just try out different things. So say, for example, a guy's hitting you with like a corner route all game, that's when you'd really want to probably run maybe a Tampa 2, put your flats at about 25, 30 yards. So if they try to throw that deep corner route to the sidelines, you have a flat there at 30 yards. Then maybe, they're hitting you with those underneath flat routes, right? Maybe you want to put your curl flats to 0 yard depth sometimes, so they play really tight to guard any of these flat routes to the running backs or to the tight ends underneath. So you just always want to adjust to your opponent, and that's where these coaching adjustments come into play. So if you guys do have 2 controllers, you can go into practice mode. You can set up the first controller, the offensive controller, on all the plays you struggle against or the routes you struggle against or some things you might see the pros running that you want to try to stop, right? Then you take your second controller and you go on defense and you try out different plays and you try out these different coaching adjustments to stop these certain things. That's what all the pro Madden players do, right? That's what we call labbing. We get in there, we run the popular stuff, and we try to find ways to beat it, whether it's offense or defense. So just a quick little tutorial here. I want to break down the new coaching adjustments added to practice mode. Obviously, they're so popular in-game, and all the pros been using it. But now the fact that we can use it in practice mode and try out different things just makes a world of difference. And especially going forward into the next Maddens, this can be huge when we're trying to practice and try to find defenses for certain things that we struggle against. So if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you subscribe, like this video. Let me know in the comments down below any other questions. I know we didn't get too in-depth about it, but any other questions, let me know down below in the comments, and I'll be happy to answer. Just a little quick update, the title update that came out today. Thought it would be important to do a little breakdown so you guys are aware and can get into practice mode and test this stuff out. So until next time, your boy T Davis is out.